"He's everything you're not," she said after I caught her cheating, so I packed her things and left them outside. Now he's abusive and she's calling me crying every night. Hey viewers, before we move on to the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you want to see more stories like this. Thanks. I never thought I'd be writing one of these posts, but here we are. This happened 6 months ago, and I'm finally ready to share the whole story. Names changed for obvious reasons, but everything else is exactly as it happened. I was with Mia for 3 years. We met in college, started dating senior year, and moved in together after graduation. I thought we had something real. I supported her through everything. When she lost her first job, I covered rent for 4 months without complaint. When she wanted to join that expensive gym across town, I got her the membership as a birthday gift. When she was stressed about her career, I listened for hours and helped her practice for interviews. Looking back, I realized I was giving everything while she was giving just enough to keep me around. But I loved her, so I thought that's what relationships were supposed to be. The gym membership turned out to be the beginning of the end, though I didn't know it at the time. She started going religiously, which I thought was great. She seemed happier, more confident. She'd come home talking about her workouts, her new fitness goals, and sometimes about this guy Tyler who gave her training tips. "He's just a friend," she'd say when I asked about him. "He's helping me with my form." 3 months ago, I decided to surprise her with dinner reservations at her favorite restaurant. I left work early, picked up flowers, and headed home to get ready. I was actually excited. We hadn't been out in weeks because she was always too tired from the gym. I walked into our bedroom and found them together. Not just together, him on top of her in our bed, her legs wrapped around him, both of them so into it they didn't even hear me come in. I stood there for maybe 10 seconds, watching the woman I loved having sex with someone else in the bed we'd shared for 2 years. I cleared my throat. Tyler looked over his shoulder at me with this smug expression, like he'd been caught eating someone else's sandwich, not destroying someone else's relationship. Mia pushed him off and grabbed the sheet. "This isn't what it looks like," she started. "It's exactly what it looks like." "How long?" She hesitated, and I saw Tyler whisper something in her ear. That's when I knew this wasn't some moment of weakness or mistake. They had conversations. They had inside jokes. They had history. "Does it matter?" she finally said. "You want the truth? Fine. Tyler gets me in ways you never could. He's confident, he's exciting, he's in my bed. Our bed. And honestly, I'm glad you found out. I'm tired of pretending you're enough for me." Tyler stood up and started getting dressed, completely comfortable with the situation. "Look, man," she came to me. "Don't blame me for giving her what she needed. Get out. Both of you." "Jake, we need to talk," Mia started. "No, we don't. Get out." Tyler left first, kissing Mia goodbye right in front of me like I wasn't even there. That's when she really let me have it. "You know what your problem is, Jake? You're safe. You're predictable. You're everything a woman settles for, not what she dreams about. I loved you. That's the problem. You loved me like a puppy loves its owner. Tyler loves me like a man loves a woman. He's everything you're not. Passionate, dangerous, alive. Then go be with him. I am. And Jake, don't contact me. Don't try to win me back. We both know you could never compete with someone like Tyler." She packed a bag and left that night. I sat on the couch until sunrise, not crying, not drinking, just thinking. Part of me wanted to call her, to beg her to come back, to promise I'd change. But another part of me, a part I'd buried under 3 years of trying to make her happy, was quietly asking why I should have to compete for someone who was supposed to love me. I called my brother Ben the next morning. "She's gone," I told him. "She's been cheating with some guy from her gym." "Jesus, Jake. Are you okay?" "I don't know. I think so." "Is that weird?" "What do you mean?" "I keep waiting to fall apart, but I just feel empty. Like I'm disappointed, but not surprised." Ben came over that afternoon and helped me pack all of Mia's things. We found more evidence than I wanted to see. Receipts from restaurants I'd never been to, photos on her laptop, text messages going back months. She'd been living a double life, and I'd been too trusting to notice. "You're handling this better than I would," Ben said as we loaded boxes into his truck. "What's the alternative? Beg her to choose me over him? Fight for someone who threw away 3 years like it was nothing? Most guys would be calling her nonstop. Most guys don't know their worth. I do. I gave her everything I had, and she decided it wasn't enough. That's not my failure. That's her choice. I changed the locks that evening and blocked her number. I removed her from all our shared accounts, canceled her gym membership, and deleted every photo of us from social media. I didn't make any dramatic posts about what happened. I just quietly erased her from my life. Friends started asking questions when they noticed she wasn't around. I kept it simple. We broke up. It didn't work out. I didn't badmouth her or tell them what really happened. That was between her and me. The first month was hard. I'd come home to an empty apartment and remember all the little things she used to do. Her shoes by the door, her coffee mug in the sink, her laugh when she watched those reality shows I pretended to hate. But I didn't call her. I didn't drive by her new place. I didn't check her social media. Instead, I started going to the gym. Not her gym, a different one across town. I started eating better, sleeping better, reading books I'd been meaning to read for years. I reconnected with friends I'd lost touch with because Mia didn't like them. I took a weekend trip to visit my cousin in another state. Slowly, I realized how much of myself I'd given up trying to make her happy. I'd stopped hanging out with certain friends because she thought they were immature. I'd stopped pursuing hobbies because she needed more attention. I'd stopped setting boundaries because she'd pout until I gave in. About 6 weeks after she left, I started hearing things through mutual friends. Tyler wasn't the passionate romantic she'd described. He was possessive, controlling. He didn't like her going out with friends. He checked her phone. He got angry when other guys talked to her. Rachel, Mia's best friend, mentioned it casually one day when we ran into each other at the grocery store. Mia's been having a rough time, she said. Tyler's pretty intense. That's unfortunate, I replied, because it was unfortunate. I didn't wish abuse on anyone, but I also wasn't going to pretend I was surprised. She asks about you sometimes. She shouldn't. Jake, I think she realizes she made a mistake. Rachel, I'm not interested in what she realizes. She made her choice. 2 months after the breakup, Mia started texting me from a new number. Simple messages at first. Hey, how are you? Then longer ones. I've been thinking about us. I blocked each number as soon as I recognized it was her. She showed up at my workplace once. Security called me to the lobby, and there she was, looking smaller than I remembered, dark circles under her eyes. Jake, please. I just need 5 minutes. I don't need to give you 5 minutes. I made a mistake. A huge mistake. You made a choice. Can't we talk about this like adults? We are talking about it like adults. I'm an adult who knows his worth, and you're an adult who made a decision. There's nothing else to discuss. She started crying, which would have broken my heart 3 months earlier. Now I just felt tired. I need to get back to work, I said, and walked away. The call started after that. Late at night, usually, when I assumed Tyler wasn't around, I'd let them go to voicemail. The messages were always the same. She'd made a mistake. She missed me. She wanted to try again. I deleted them without listening to most of them. About 4 months after the breakup, I met Sarah at a bookstore. She was looking for the same author I was, and we started talking about books, then grabbed coffee, then dinner the next week. She was everything Mia wasn't. Independent, confident in herself, genuinely interested in my thoughts and opinions. She didn't need me to complete her. She wanted me to compliment her. I wasn't looking for a relationship, but Sarah was easy to be around. We took things slow, which she appreciated because she was coming out of something complicated too. We talked about our past relationships honestly, without drama or baggage. She understood that I'd been hurt, and I understood that she had too. Last month, Mia got my new address somehow and showed up at my apartment. I'd been expecting it, honestly. Sarah was there, helping me cook dinner, and when I opened the door, Mia looked like she'd seen a ghost. I see you've been working out, she said, taking in my appearance. You look different. I am different. Jake, I left Tyler. I know what I did was wrong, but can't we try again? Can't we go back to how things were? Go back. To what? To me loving you while you looked for something better. I wasn't looking for, you told me I was everything you settled for, not what you dreamed about. Well, I'm not settling anymore either. Sarah appeared in the doorway behind me, and I saw Mia's face change. This wasn't the conversation she'd imagined having. So what? You're just going to throw away 3 years? Mia asked. I didn't throw away anything. You did. The day you decided Tyler was everything I wasn't. I was wrong. I was stupid. Please, you were honest. Maybe for the first time in our entire relationship. Who is she? Mia asked, looking at Sarah. Someone who doesn't think loving me is something to settle for. Jake, please. I'm begging you. I know. but I'm not the same person you left. That person would have taken you back, would have fought for you, would have ignored his own worth to make you happy. He's gone. What am I supposed to do now? Figure it out. You're an adult who makes her own choices. You chose this. She stood there for another minute, maybe hoping I'd change my mind or show some sympathy. But I'd learned something important over the past 6 months. Love isn't supposed to be something you have to earn or compete for. It's supposed to be given freely, valued, and protected. I closed the door and went back to dinner with Sarah. We didn't talk about Mia for the rest of the evening. She'd taken up enough of my time already. I heard through Rachel that Mia moved back in with her parents. Tyler had indeed been abusive, controlling her money, isolating her from friends, getting physical when she tried to leave. She'd finally gotten out, but she'd burned most of her bridges in the process. I don't feel bad for her. I don't feel good about what happened either, but I don't feel responsible for her choices or their consequences. She wanted passion and danger and excitement. She got all three. I'm not writing this for revenge or to make her look bad. I'm writing it because I want other guys to know that you don't have to fight for someone who doesn't value you. You don't have to compete for love. You don't have to accept being someone's second choice or backup plan. Mia was right about one thing. I was safe and predictable. I was loyal and consistent and boring. I thought those were flaws, but they're not. They're exactly what someone who truly loves you would treasure. Sarah thinks I'm exciting enough. She thinks I'm passionate enough. She thinks I'm enough, period. And I think she's right. The funny thing is, I'm grateful it happened. Not for the pain or the betrayal, but for the clarity. I spent 3 years trying to be enough for someone who didn't want me, and now I get to spend the rest of my life with someone who does. That's a pretty good trade-off, if you ask me. Update. For everyone asking in the comments. Yes, I'm still with Sarah. We're talking about moving in together next month. And no, I haven't heard from Mia in 2 months. I hope she's doing better, but that's no longer my concern. I've got my own life to live, and it's a good one. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. What do you think about this story? Share it in the comments.